Battery, guard closed. Set. Dome white, bright, dim or off. As needed. Electric hydraulic pumps A and B, off. Checked. Landing gear lever, down. Checked. Gear status lights, 3+3 green, MCP and OVHT. Checked. Bus transfer, guard closed. Checked. Fault and INOP test switch, left, 2 annunciators. Checked. Fire OVHT test switch, right, bell sound. Checked. Fire extinguisher squip switch, test 1, 3 green. Checked. Fire extinguisher squip switch, test 2, 3 green. Checked. AC ground power, on. Set. GPU ground service, connected. Set. AC ground power, on. Set. APU, started, 1 minute load less. As needed. Middle APU generators, on. As needed. Position lights, steady. Set. Wheel well light, on, for exterior inspection. As needed. Wing light, on, IC exterior inspection. As needed.
Flight attendants, please be seated for departure.
Logo light, on, in darkness. As needed. Engine hydraulic pumps 1 and 2, on. Set. Electric hydraulic pumps A and B, on. Set. Probe/sensors, clear and undamaged. Alternate static port, not blocked. Strobe and position lights, clean and undamaged. Tail skid, undamaged. Flap fairings, 3 per wing, clear and undamaged. Wheel well light, off. Set. Wing light, off. Set. Cabin lighting, white bright, passengers. Set. Cabin lighting, white bright, entry. Set. FWD and aft service doors, open. Set. FWD and aft cargo doors, open. Set. Block fuel, flight plan, round up 0.1 plus 0.1 tons. Set. Fuel truck, refueling. Start. Service crews on ground, start. Set. Cabin utility power, checked. Set. EFA passenger seat power, on. Checked. Standby power, guard closed. Checked. Generators drive disconnect, guards closed. Checked. Panel lighting, bright. As needed. Emergency exit lights, guard closed. Set. Cabin attend button test, push. Checked. Ground call button test, push. Checked. Flap lever, up and detent. Checked. Flap indicator, corresponds flap lever position. Checked. Takeoff config test, left thrust, horn sound. Checked. Takeoff config test, right thrust, horn sound. Checked. Parking brake, pulled, active. Set. Engine start levers 1 and 2, cut off. Checked. Stab trim switches, norm, main elect and autopilot. Checked. Cargo fire, test, fire lights illuminated. Checked. Panel and flood lightning, bright. As needed. Rudder trim, 0, centered. Checked. Aileron trim, 0, centered. Checked. Manual gear extension access door, closed. Checked. Halon fire extinguisher, installed and filled. Checked. P6 circuit breakers panel, no popped, first off. Checked. Emergency escape rope, in place, first officer. Checked. Flight recorder, test, off extinguished. Checked. Flight recorder, guard closed. Set. Mach airspeed warning, test 1. Checked. Mach airspeed warning, test 2. Checked. Stall warning, test 1, needs 6 minutes A/C power. Checked. Stall warning, test 2, needs 6 minutes A/C power. Checked. Mic selector, FLT, jump seat. Set. Engine reverser lights 1 and 2, off. Checked. EEC lights, guard closed. Checked. Pass oxygen, guard closed. Checked. Service interphone, off. Checked. Left and right IRS mode selector, NAV. Set. IRS display selector, HDG and STS. As needed. ELT, guard closed. Checked. Emergency escape rope, in place, Captain. Checked. P18 circuit breakers panel, no popped, capped. Checked. Master lights, test, panel scan, all 2 bulbs. Checked. AP disconnect lights, test 1, Captain. Checked. AP disconnect lights, test 2, Captain. Checked. AP disconnect lights, test 1, First Officer. Checked. AP disconnect lights, test 2, First Officer. Checked. Master lights, bright. Set. Pilot oxygen mask, normal test, push. Checked. Pilot oxygen mask, emergency test, hold. Checked. Main panel, backward, AFDS lightning, bright. As needed. Nose wheel steering, guard closed. Checked. Clock, UTC time. Checked. Main panel due, norm. Checked. Lower due, norm. Checked. Weather radar, off. Checked. Airport button, on, Captain. Set. Terrain radar, on, Captain. Set. Barometric reference selector, in/HPA. Set. Barometric value, local QNH. Set. Minimums reference selector, baro. Set. Minimums, airport elevation plus 1,000 feet. Set. First Officer oxygen mask, normal test. Checked. First Officer oxygen mask, emergency test, hold. Checked. Panel lightning, set. As needed. Flap inhibit, guard closed. Checked. Gear inhibit, guard closed. Checked. Terrain inhibit, guard closed. Checked. GWPS ground SYS, test.
Flight slow.
Set.
Pull up.
Clock, UTC
Wind
time.
shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain.
Set.
Pull up.
Main panel due,
Obstacle.
norm.
Obstacle. Pull up.
Checked.
Airspeed.
Lower due, norm. Checked. Terrain radar, on. First officer, TFCDIST 40. Set. Weather radar, off. Checked. Barometric reference selector, in/HPA. Set. Barometric value, local QNH. Set. Minimums reference selector, baro. Set. Minimums, airport elevation plus 1,000 feet. Set. Service crews on ground, stop. Set. FWD and aft service doors, closed. Set. FWD entry door, open. Set. Aft entry door, open. As needed. Packs and cargo, flight plan, match CFW. Load. Flight leg, start. Set. Aircraft model, correct. Checked. Engine rating, correct. Checked. NAV database, actual. Checked. IRS position, GPSL data, next page. Set. Ref airport, origin ICAO. Set. Origin ICAO. Set. Destination ICAO. Set. Flight number. Set. Airways and waypoint routing. Set. Departure routing, runway and SID. Selected. Arrival routing, runway and star. Selected. Route, no discontinuities. Checked. Route, activated. Set. 0 fuel weight, flight plan, estimated. Set. Reserves, flight plan, round up 0.1 tons. Set. Cost index, flight plan CI. Set. Trip cruise, flight plan altitude. Set. Cruise, flight plan TOC wind. Set. ISA deviation, flight plan TOC TDV. Set. Transition altitude, SID chart. Set. First waypoint after TOC, new wind. Set. FLT control A and B, guard closed. Checked. Spoiler A and B, guard closed. Checked. Alternate flaps position, guard closed. Checked. Yaw damper, on. Set. VHF NAV transfer, normal. Checked. IRS transfer, normal. Checked. FMC transfer, normal. Checked. Display source, auto. Checked. Display control panel, normal. Checked. Engine valve L and R, closed, dimmed. Checked. Spar valve L and R, closed, dimmed. Checked. CTR fuel pumps L and R, on, 453 kgs. As needed. Aft and FWD fuel pumps 1, on. Set. FWD and aft fuel pumps 2, on. Set. Crossfeed valve, set open and light dimmed. Checked. Crossfeed valve, set closed and light off. Checked. Electrical AC switch, APU gen. Set. Battery, guard closed. Checked. Standby power, guard closed. Checked. Disconnect gen drives, guards closed. Checked. Supply switch, normal. Checked. Exhaust switch, normal. Checked. Emergency exit lights, guard closed. Checked. Fasten belts, on, if refueling completed. Set. Left side and FWD window heats, on. Set. Right side and FWD window heats, on. Set. Engine hydraulic pumps 1 and 2, on. Checked. Electric hydraulic pumps A and B, on. Checked. System hide press 2800 psi, quantity 76%. Checked. Display, engine page. Set. Cabin diff pressure, 0 psi. Checked. Cabin alt, indicates airport altitude. Checked. Cabin climb, indicates 0. Checked. Trim air, on. Set. FWD cab selector, auto, or set, aim 28 deg. As needed. Cont cab selector, turn left, FWD cab -1. Set. Aft cab selector, turn right, FWD cab +1. Set. Left and right recirc fans, auto. Checked. Left and right air conditioning pack, auto. Set. Isolation valve, open. Checked. Engine bleed air 1 and 2, on. Checked. APU bleed, off, on if APU is running. Checked. Flight altitude indicator, cruise altitude. Set. Landing altitude indicator, RWI elevation. Set. Pressurization mode selector, auto. Set. Wheel well light, off. Checked. Wing light, off. Checked. Anti-collision light, off. Checked. Position lights, steady. Checked. Logo light, on, in darkness. As needed. Ignition select, right position. Checked. Engine start switches 1 and 2, auto. Checked. Taxi light, off. Checked. Left and right runway turn off lights, off. Checked. Left and right landing lights, off. Checked. Course 1 and 2, to Sid Vor. Set. Captain Flight Director, on. Set. First Officer Flight Director, on. Set. Autopilot disengage bar, up. Checked. Autopilots, all off. Checked. Bank angle below FL300, 25 degrees. Set. Departure heading, according charts. Set. Initial climb clearance, according charts. Set. Standby altimeter barrow. Select, in/HPA. Set. Standby altimeter, local QNH. Set. Standby RMI, ADF/4, raw data backup. As needed. N1 set selector, auto. Checked. SPD ref selector, auto. Checked. Auto brakes, RTO. Set. Auto brakes annunciator, unilluminates. Checked. Fuel flow, reset then rate. Set. Initial comm frequencies, according charts. Tuned. NAV frequencies, active and passive, raw data. Tuned. ADF frequencies, active and passive, raw data. As needed. Initial transponder code, 2000. Set. Mic selectors, 1 VHF, capped, and 2 VHF, first off. Set. Flight deck door, closed. Checked. Departure, arrival, SID, route points, airways. Checked. Ground distance, correct, compare flight plan. Checked. Landing fuel, enough, compare flight plan. Checked. Route, executed. Checked. Clock, QNH, MFRA, flight directors, standby inster. Checked. Expected taxiing route to active runway. Checked. Runway, departure, climb alt, SID points check. Checked. Normal checklist, before start, read out. Done. PAX announcement, welcome message, PA system. Played. FWD and aft entry doors, closed, if all packs aboard. Set. FWD and aft cargo doors closed. Set. Reminder, start tracking client. Done. APU started. Runs 1 minute load less. Set. 0 fuel weight. Adjusted ACC load sheet. Modified. FMC gross weight. Within flight plan range. Checked. Performance init page 1. Executed. Set. APU bleed. On. Set. Middle APU generators. On. Set. GPU disconnected. Set. Actual outside air temperature.
Attention please. We expect to begin boarding in approximately 5 minutes. In preparation for boarding, please listen carefully to the following announcement. To assist with boarding
Set.
the aircraft, we will ask
Cell
passengers
temperature,
needing special
as calculated.
assistance, or passengers traveling
As needed.
with infants or young children
Takeoff
to
derate,
board first.
as calculated.
We would then like to invite Sky Team Elite members to board.
Selected.
Together with economy class
Takeoff
passengers
flaps,
in
as
after
calculated.
number 46.
Normal flaps 5.
Finally, all remaining economy class passengers are welcome
Set.
to board the aircraft.
Center of gravity, ACC load sheet, EFB, to CG. Set. V1, VR, V2, calculate and compare, within 1 kts. Checked. Speed bug, IAS/Mach, V2 speed as calculated. Set. Stab trim wheel, set as calculated by FMC. Done. Cut back thrust option, on. Set. Thrust reduction height, ACC procedure. As needed. Thrust restore, XL. Height, 3000 feet AGL. As needed. Normal checklist, before start, read out. Done. Contact ATC, IFR/startup clearance. Done. SID, as given by ATC. Set. Initial altitude, as given by ATC. Set. Transponder code, as given by ATC. Set. Transponder, Alt off, IVAOSTBY. Set. Anti-collision light, on. Set. Left and right air conditioning packs, off. Set. Normal checklist, before start, read out. Compel. Contact ATC, request push and start. Done. Start pushback, as given by ATC.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Done. Engine start switch to ground.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect. Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Set. Engine 2 start lever. Idle reaching 25% N2.
손님 여러분, 지금부터 여러분의 안전하고 쾌적한 여행을 위해 안내 말씀드리겠습니다.
こんにちは。安全で快適なフライトをお楽しみいただくために皆様にお願いがございます。
가지고 오신 짐은 좌석 아래와 선반에 보관하실 수 있으며 특히 선반 속의 짐은 떨어질 우려가 있으니 겹쳐서 넣지 않도록 주의해 주십시오.
お手荷物の重いものは
Set.
お座席の下に
Engine
お
2.
置きください。
Stable. 20% N1.
上の棚に
420
荷物を入れるときは
65%
重ならない
N2.
ようにしっかりとお入れください。
기내에서는 비행기 통신과 항법 장비에 영향을 미치는 휴대용 전화기, FM, AM 라디오, 휴대용 TV 등의 사용이 항상 금지되어 있습니다.
機内では携帯電話、
Engine
ラ
start
ジオ、
switch 1.
ポータブル
Ground.
テレビなどのご使用は禁じられております。
Engine 1 start lever. Idle reaching 25% N2.
컴퓨터
Set.
게임기,
Engine
비디오
1.
카메라,
Stable.
CD 플레이어
20%
및 MP3
N1.
플레이어 등
420 day.
비행 중
Operation complete.
65%
Set parking
N2.
brake.
사용하실
Checked.
수 없습니다.
Engine generators 1 and 2.
また
On.
パソコン、ゲーム
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
ビデオカメラ、CD プレイヤー、MP3 プレイヤーなどは離着
Set.
陸の際にはご使用いただ
APU
けませ
switch.
ん。
Off.
여러분의
Set.
안전과 쾌적한 여행을
Engine
위해
start
저희
switches 1 and 2.
전 노선에서
Continues.
흡연을 실시하고 있습니다. 특히 화장실에서의 흡연은 법으로 엄격히 금지되어 있으니
Set.
협조해 주시기 바랍니다.
Probe heats A and B.
機内
On.
はすべて禁煙となっております。
Set.
特にお手洗いでの
Left and
タバコ
right air
は
conditioning
法律
pack.
により
Auto.
固く禁じられております。
Set. Isolation valve.
여러분의
Auto.
좌석 위쪽에는 좌석
Set.
벨트 사인이 있습니다.
APU bleed.
좌석 벨트 사인이 켜지면 벨트를 매주시고
Set.
So is disconnected and bypass
Push
pin has
back
been
through.
removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next
And
time and
showing
have a safe
bypass
flight.
pin.
쉬실 때나 주무시는 동안에도 항상 좌석 벨트를 매주시기 바랍니다. 벨트는 버클을 끼워 몸에 맞도록 조여주시고 풀 때는 어깨를 들어 올리면 됩니다.
Checked.
ベルト着用のサイン
Take
が
off
つきましたら
flaps
お
as
座席にお
calculated.
戻りになりシートベルトをお締めください。急な気流の
Set.
変化に備え
Flight
お席にお着き
control
の際は
elevators.
常に
Full
ベルトをお
forward.
締め置きください。ベルトを締めるときは金具をバックルに差し込みます。外すときはバックルを開けます。
Checked.
이 비행기의 비상구는
Flight control
앞과 뒤,
elevators.
그리고
Full back.
중간부분에 양쪽으로
Checked.
위치하고 있습니다.
Flight control
비상구마다
ailerons.
비상구 안내 사인이
Full left.
있으므로 여러분이 계신 곳에서 가장
Checked.
가까운 비상구의 위치를
Flight control
알려주십시오.
ailerons.
또한
Full right.
비상시에는 비상구까지
Checked.
이동등이 통로에
Flight
켜지고
control rudder. Full left.
非常時には誘導ライトが通路に点滅します。
Flight control
非
rudder.
常口は
Full
前
right.
方、中央、
Checked.
後方の両側
Recall.
にあります。
Six back push.
皆様のお
Captain
座
or
席
first
から
officer.
一番近い非常口の位置をお確かめください。
Set. Recall. Six
택시
back
기압에
all
이상이
off.
있을 경우
Captain and
산소
first
마스크는
officer.
선반에서 저절로
Checked.
내려옵니다.
Lower
마스크가
due.
보면
Switch
앞으로
off engine
잡아당겨
page.
코와
MFD.
입을 대시고 끈으로 머리에 맞게 고정을 해주십시오. 도움이 필요한 동반자가 있는 경우에는 먼저 착용하신 후 도와주시기 바랍니다.
酸素マスクが出ましたらマスクを手前に引きます。
Normal checklist. Before taxi.
鼻
Read
と
out.
口に当て紐を引いて
Compel.
頭に固定します。
Contact
手
ATC.
助けが必要な
Request
方と
taxi
一緒の
clearance.
場合はまずご自分のマスクから先
Done.
に着用してください。
Taxi light. On. Set.
구명복은
Left and right
비행기가
runway
바다에
turn off
내렸을
lights.
경우 사용하실
On.
수 있도록 좌석
Set.
또는 팔걸이의 아래 부분을
Parking brake. Release.
救命胴衣はお座席の下にございます。
Take off
着用
config.
するときは
Test.
頭か
No
らか
horn
ぶり
sound.
両腕を通します。
착용하실 때는 머리
Checked.
위에서부터 입으시고 양팔을
Brakes.
기운 다음
Test.
끈을 몸에 맞도록 조여주십시오. 앞에 있는 붉은색 손잡이를 당기시면
Checked.
부풀어집니다.
Cabin lighting.
충분히 부풀지
Take
않을
off.
때는
Passenger
몸을
area.
불어주십시오. 그러나 구명복은 비상구 앞에서 탈출 직전에 부풀려 주십시오.
前の紐を左右に引いて
Chimes
体
only.
に合うよう
On.
調節し
Seat
ます。
cabin crew.
赤い金具を下に引くと膨らみます。
Set.
膨らみが足
Cabin
りない
attend
とき
button.
は普段
Push
に息を
as
吹き
crew
込み
info.
ます。救命胴衣は脱
Set.
出の直前に膨らませてください。
또한 비행기가 바다에 내리면 탈출 미끄럼대를 구명보트로 사용하게 되며 여러분께서 사용하실 비상구의 위치는 승무원의 지시에 따라주시기 바랍니다.
飛行機が着水した場合、脱出シュートを救命防具として使用します。脱出の際には乗務員の指示に従ってください。
비상구 좌석에 앉으신 분께서는 비상시 저희 승무원과 함께 다른 승객들의 탈출을 도와주셔야 합니다. 여러분의 적극적인 협조를 부탁드립니다.
非常口の前のお客様には非常時に乗務員のお手伝いをお願いしております。詳しくはお手元の安全のしおりをご覧ください。
이륙 준비를 위해 좌석 등받이를 세워주시고 테이블이 제자리에 있는지 좌석 벨트를 매셨는지 다시 한번 확인해 주십시오.
離陸の準備のためお座席とテーブルは元の位置にお戻しください。お座席のベルトをもう一度お確かめください。
보다 자세한 내용은 앞좌석 등받이 속의 안내문을 참고하시기 바랍니다.
なお詳しいことは前のポケットの安全のしおりをご覧ください。
저희 대한항공과 함께 즐겁고 편안한 여행 되시기 바랍니다. 감사합니다.
それでは快適な空の旅をお楽しみください。
Contact ATC, request takeoff clearance. Done. Position lights, strobe and steady. Set. Left and right landing lights, on. Set. Auto throttle, active. Set. LNAV or HDG cell, active. Set. VNAV, active. Set. Weather radar, on, Captain, TFCDIST greater than 5. Set. Transponder, TA/RA. Set. Yoke checklist, before takeoff, read out. Compel. Captain clock timer, ET. Set. Thrust, stabilized at 40% N1. Checked. Activate
여러분, 우리
toga,
비행기는
or
곧
mic switch.
이륙하겠습니다. 여러분의 안전을 위해 좌석 벨트를 다시 한번 확인해 주십시오. 皆様、東京は間もなく離陸いたします。お座席ベルトもう一度確かめくださいませ。Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to take off. For your safety, please check that your seatbelt is securely fastened.
Set.
Airspeed alive. Takeoff thrust set. 80 knots. V1 rotate. Positive
Landing
rate.
gear lever, up. Done. Left and right wiper, park position, max 200 kts.
400.
Set. Autopilot, engage. Above 1000 feet
1000.
AGL. Set. Airspeed bug, flaps up speed. Set. Flaps, retract, above each previous flap bug. Done. Landing gear lever, off. Set. Auto brakes, off. Set. Engine start switches 1 and 2, auto. As needed. Cabin pressure and differential, within limits. Checked. Pressurization selector, auto. Checked. APU bleed, off. Checked. Engine bleed air 1 and 2, on. Checked. Left and right air conditioning pack, auto. Checked. Isolation valve, auto. Checked. Left and right duct pressure, working. Checked. Contact ATC, report height and position. Done. Altimeters, STD, Captain and First Officer.
Transition altitude.
Set. Standby altimeter, STD. Set. Yoke checklist, after takeoff, readout. Compel. Chimes only, off, release cabin crew. Set. Cabin attend button, push, as crew info. Set. Heading bug, adjust track. Set. Heading bug, adjust track. Set.
Thousand to go.
Cabin lighting, cruise, passengers. Set. Cabin lighting, white medium, entry. Set. PAX announcement, level off message. Played. Heading bug, adjust track. Set. Heading bug,